Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fortress of Solitude. Today we're going to be checking out Dark Droids issue 3 by Charles Soule and Luke Ross. The Scourge takes big strides towards its plans for galactic domination and to take over organic bodies, sending the possessed C-3PO after Darth Vader, catching the Dark Lord in a rare moment of vulnerability. The free droid Ajax Sigma meanwhile leads his team against Scourge 1, boarding the massive ship and fighting his way towards the main Scourge threat. While the book is filled with a lot of really good action, it really excels in exploring the motivations of the Scourge. They are a really unique Star Wars villain in that they do what they do because they have to. They have no choice in the matter since it's all programming and there's no other way. On top of that, the villain also recognizes this as well and tries to fight against it and find ways to get around it, hence why he wants to possess organics and try and sate the hunger that plagues it. Soule's writing makes you feel somewhat sympathetic to it, especially with the opening exploring how the being can now call up long-lost memories of droids and keep their memory alive within its hive mind. The Scourge, while dealing with Vader, constantly possessing more droids around the galaxy, and combating Ajax, learns that it's spreading itself too thin and needs to pull back its operations and focus on one thing at a time. This is like a child learning patience for the first time and learning that it can't have everything it wants at once, and it learns to aim for something a little bit easier, taking over characters like Tolvan, Lobot, and Valance, which you've been seeing extensively in their respective tie-in books. Along with some neat character development, the Scourge takes on a brand new look courtesy of Luke Ross, revealing it to be this horrific, towering, black, spiky shape, whose design borrows heavily from a very old General Grievous concept art which we saw in some episode 3 behind the scenes stuff. All of the creepy human droid creations are fantastic as well, particularly the astromechs with the human arms sticking out of the little plates in their body. It's just such a weird and unsettling design, and it's a great opposite to Ajax and his people, who are all brightly coloured and look real heroic and just look like actual droids we'd see out in the galaxy. So because he needs to pull back from all of his operations, the Scourge does not manage to infect Darth Vader, and instead the disabled Dark Lord manages to destroy all of the Dark Droids coming for him, except for 3PO. He never actually got into the castle. He was on Mustafar but never went in, and I kind of have to applaud Soule for that, since it would have been so easy to have the droid go in and like confront Vader, and maybe the Scourge having tapped into his mind and unlocked some sort of memory within 3PO that 3PO didn't even know he had, thanks to all of the mind wipes where he realizes that Vader created that droid. And there could have been some moment that was really only there for member berries, for people to point and say, look, Darth Vader created C-3PO, remember when that happened? I'm glad that didn't actually happen, and it's really strange that C-3PO never actually went into the castle. I know there was a reason in the story because he would probably be found out quite quickly, but I'm really glad that that didn't actually happen the way I thought it was going to happen. I really applaud Charles Soule for showing some restraint there. Charles Soule went a long way to make the Scourge a more sympathetic villain than initially believed this issue, exploring the reasons why the being is doing what they are doing and using the tie-in stories a lot more than I thought he was going to, making it all pretty much a must-read if you want to appreciate just how wide this story goes. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.